right, so this is going to be a part 2 from the setting up the agent, the initial video where we walk through and set up the agent, the prompt, and I think at the end I even showed you how to connect it to Twilio. So this one, part 2, is going to show you what the actions are. Actions are very, very useful because we're going to use these to extract data out of the call once it happens and send it to Go High Level so that we can map it up to our contacts and actually know what's happening when our phones are ringing. So the first actions we're going to want to set up are typically going to be real-time booking, which connects the Go High Level calendar, or the call or the information extractor, quite possibly also call transfer. These three are the most popular. Send SMS we don't typically use because we connect it to Go High Level where we can send the SMSs. Also, if you send an SMS from here, they currently don't have any way to respond back from the system. So it's best to route the SMSs through Go High Level. Custom actions are very powerful. We're not going to go into them. That would require a whole new video, but these are some powerful features here where you can get even more in-depth custom integrations between Go High Level and Synthflow. So we're not going to set up the real-time booking just yet. We're not going to do a call transfer just yet, but we're going to start with information extractors, and then we'll come back to the other two. Information extractors are the most powerful, most widely used. Basically, it is what it says it is. It is an information extractor, and it's going to extract information out of the script so that we can use it in a webhook and send it to Go High Level. So the most common information extractors, I'll show you what they are and how to set them up. First, we're going to go to Open Question. We're going to go to Select Template, and here's some templates. Call Outcome is a popular one. We're going to apply this template. So Synthflow does not natively automatically tell you what the call outcome is, so we actually have to build that out through this information extractor. Most of this is good. You will want to test it and see if the outcomes are happening the way you want them to, and if they're not, you simply will want to go into the choices here. After it says booked appointment dash, this next part after the dash is the prompt that's telling the AI how to know that it was a booked appointment, or how to know that it was a live transfer, and so on. So if you're not getting the results, all you need to do is come in here and give a better prompt right here on the other side of this dash. And then what happens in the webhook is it's going to pass through this variable if it determines that the instructions were met, and then we can map that to the contact. So the only other one I add on here is DNC, and it just looks like this. DNC caller asked us to take them off the list. So it can just be something simple like that. And it's basically for angry people or people that yell at us on the phone and say, take us off the list. Now that would be for outbound calls, typically, not inbound. But I just usually set up a info extractor that I can use for any of my AI callers, kind of make them general and widely used across the board. So we can save this one. Now we have a call outcome info extractor. Let's see if it's saved. It did not save. Try this again. Nope. Must be lagging. There we go. It saved that time. Let's create another info extractor. We're going to do another open question and template. We're going to do username, and then it's given it some examples of usernames. You can add some more here. All right, save it. And let's do an info extractor. Just so you know, the yes or no's is more direct. For example, you could say, are they interested in our services, yes or no? And then you could actually get that mapped to a field and Go High Level, and it could trigger an automation to possibly send them like an email. The open questions just give a little bit more flexibility. A single choice is kind of like yes or no, where it's more direct. It can only have a single choice. I typically go with open questions just to give me a little bit more flexibility. And there's a lot of really great templates in here that they've already created for us. So I'm kind of showing you the main ones that we set up, and then I'll show you how to use them. All right, we'll do one more. So one that they don't have in the template that I typically set up as well is a call summary. All right, and then we're going to say, summarize the training script between a human and give. All right, So again, if you are not getting the outcome you want from this when you map it to go high level, you simply just come in here and tweak it, and maybe it's not giving you the exact output you want. So the way it works is we're able to get the transcript. That's something that's native that comes across to the webhook, but the transcripts can be very long. So setting up a call summary is a great way when we map it and go high level in our notes, that we can get just a short overview. When we're reviewing these calls, we can look at them very quickly to know what happened without having to read the entire transcript and without even having to listen to the call. So to make this more accurate, we would give it some output examples. I'm not going to take the time to do that right now, but you would basically give it a few examples. I like to do at least 3 that show it what a summarized call looks like and how we would want that to be structured. So for now, we're just going to save. Now, these are the 4 most used information extractors. To make sure this actually works with the agent you set up, you will need to go to your assistants, click on the agent you want to use them with. You'll want to go to, let's see here. Oh, I did not, on this demo account, I don't have actions enabled. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back in my assistant. I enabled my actions so that we can see it here. We're just going to click on actions, and underneath the information extractor, we're going to want to add those information extractors that we built. Call summary, user email, user name, and call outcome. And that's how I'd add them to the assistant. Now keep in mind, if you add another assistant, you create another one, and you want to use the same information extractors, you'll need to go back in and apply them. They do not automatically go to your assistants. You have to add them every single time. Now, in order to connect this to your go high level and use the real-time booking, we're going to click on integrations. You're going to click on connect to go high level, and we're going to do login. All right, we're going to go back. Since we're logged in, we need to redo this part. And then you're going to select your account. We will just select, make sure you do not select the agency. You want to select the sub-account level. So we'll find the NerdTech sub-account level here, and then it's going to connect your go high level. Once the go high level is connected, we'll be able to have access to use the calendars. So now we can go back to actions, go to real-time booking, click create, click on go high level, and it's actually going to see all the calendars. These are all my crazy calendars I have set up. So we can choose one, click next. You want to change the title. You want to change the time zone. I am in Central, so I would change it to Central Time Zone, America, Chicago. And let's see here. This will tell you, you can choose some different settings on how you want it to book. It's going to tell you if it's used on any assistants here, and we have not added it yet. So let's go ahead and save. And then we're going to want to go back to assistants, just like we did with the information extractors. Click on the assistants, navigate to actions, go to the real-time booking, and add that connected calendar. Now, under the prompt, where it says that booked appointments, we will check available days and times. It's actually going to use the ones connected to our go high level calendar, which is very, very cool. The last thing I'm going to show you on these actions is the call transfer. It's very simple to add that. We're going to go back to actions to set it up first. Click on call transfer, click create, and then you'll have to put in a valid phone number here, validate it. Once it's validated, you will see here is a prompt to tell it when it should be transferred. So as soon as it hears this on the call, it'll be able to transfer it. I actually do not recommend turning on background music. The transfers are very fast, so there's not going to be any hold time, and this can sometimes glitch out. The advanced settings, we typically don't set up an extension. The timeout will give it 30 seconds. We have trying to reach target, so once it gets the prompt right here and it starts trying to do the transfer, it's first going to say this. Once it reaches an answer on the other side of the transfer, it's going to say this. And then if it didn't answer, it's going to say this down here. Typically when it didn't answer, the default says, would you like to continue the conversation? I typically change this to say, when would be a good time that I could have someone scheduled to call you back? And that actually ends that transfer good if somebody doesn't pick up. We have different voicemail detections right here. You can determine which one's better. I keep it on ML based. Let's see, message to transfer target for joining. This is a message that the person you're transferring to will receive. So when they pick up the phone and listen to it, they'll be able to know that they're getting a lead, and they'll know where that's coming from. Let's see here, pre-message pause, post-message pause. I typically leave that on 1 second. And human availability. This is a new feature they came out with so that if you have certain times that you want it to be able to do transfers, then it can stay within those times. If it's not within that availability, then we would give it a message here to tell it what to say if it's outside those hours. And it's going to go based off of your set time zone as well. So we're going to turn that off for now, click save, and then we're going to go back to the assistant to make sure that this works, and go back to prompt or actions, and then call transfer. And now we can add in the call transfer. So I have gone over the first video, showed you how to set up the prompt and get your agent created. The second video now has dove into the actions here and how to set up some advanced actions that we can pass through the webhook and we can send to Go High Level. And then in the following videos, I'm going to show you the Go High Level integration so that we can actually get all that connected up.